What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Flawless Fantasy Football. And here is part one of the 2023 Flawless Fantasy Football's running back endorsement show. Oh, man, we made it. We freaking made it, man. We crossed the finish line pop the tape, baby. We made it. Man, what's good, man? I'm excited. You know, this is one of the favorite episodes. You know, I heard you guys be like, Flawless, are you going to do the red, green, and yellow? Or the green, yellow, and red? Yes, guys. We can't go. That's a beacon. That's a mainstay on the platform. Nobody else does that. Nobody else does that in the fantasy football community. And I like it because it's my own little niche. You know what I'm saying? It's my own little thing. So, this is what we have. Behind me, we have Fantasy Pros current running backs 1 through 12 in half-point PPR as of today's date, August 9th, 2023. Now, this will change a little bit, right? They'll move a little bit here, move a little bit there, doing all that type of stuff. They'll do that. But I already have their list from 1 through 12 and 13 through 24, okay? So I'm going to use that list. Part 2 will be 13 through 24. So it'll be part 2 of the endorsement show. And then I'll do a third video after that, the running backs that are 25 outside of the top 24 that I actually endorse. So basically it'll be three running back endorsement shows per se. Be 1 through 12, 13 through 24, and running backs that I actually endorse, either endorse after pick 25, after pick 24, and I also will have do not draft running back list as well. So we're going to power through this running backs this week, and we're going to jump into the wide receivers next week. So, that's how I got here. So understand, here it is right here. I'm going to keep it straight up. So, this is not going to be my top running backs. I'm going to give you guys my running back list a little bit later. I'll do that after the wide receivers. So once we're done with the endorsement shows for running backs and wide receivers, because we already did the quarterbacks, right? We already did the tight ends first. Then we're going to go to my top 10 running backs and top 10 wide receivers and what I actually endorse and what my list would look like, all right? So here you go. In case you guys don't know, for the newbies, because we do have some newbies in the house, or just to refresh your memory, because my memory's shot. My memory's shot. I had to actually go back to last year's episode and be like, man, let me see how I ran that real quick. This is how we're going to do it. Each player will get an endorsement. They'll either get a green endorsement, which means that's a full go. Green means go. Put your foot on the gas. And that's a full endorsement from yours truly, Flawless Fantasy Football. Sir Flawless. So each person's going to get a green, yellow, or red. Green is a full go. Yellow simply means it's like a 50-50. Meaning, I don't feel great about this player, nor do I feel terrible about this player. So there are worlds where this player can go straight up to the moon, or this player can straight down to the ground, just ruin your draft selection based on where you drafted them at. So there's worlds for good and bad. That's the yellow. And the red. Oh, the red. We don't like seeing red, do we, gentlemen? We don't like seeing red, especially when you put that thing up on that mother lid like that. You get that. We don't like seeing red. I know. See, I got to walk between the lines real quick. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When it's time to get down, you don't want to be talking about, oh, this and that. We don't like red. So red means no endorsement, zero endorsement from yours truly here at Flawless Fantasy Football. That means I don't give a damn if this player can drop 1, 2, 3 rounds. I don't endorse him. See, some people say, "Oh, everybody is a good pick at some point in the draft." I think that's bullcrap. I really do. If I don't like a player, if I feel a person's glass, doesn't have no ceiling, a plotter, someone that I don't feel comfortable with putting in my damn lineup, I don't give an F that the B is there in the 9th round. I ain't picking them. Okay? It's always somebody else better to pick. Hell, I pick a freaking defense before I pick a freaking running back that I don't want to freaking start. Or I feel it's a plotter with no upside. I just hate when people say that. If I don't like a wide receiver, I'm never going to play the B. Oh, but you got him in the 11th. I don't give a damn. He sucks. So you see what I'm saying? That's just like, at the end of the day, I don't subscribe to a lot of this nonsense that people say. But let me hop into it because you guys know I'll digress like a mofo. Green, yellow, red endorsements. Let's hop into it, baby. Got a mother excited around here in this sucker, boy. First, we're going to start off at the top. We're going to start off at Christian McCaffrey. Again, this is not my list. This is Fantasy Pros' current list, but these are my endorsements. They're going to get some markers put on a today. So, Christian McCaffrey, he's currently number 1 at the top of the list for half-point PPR. I was against Christian McCaffrey for a long time when he was glassing out. I was telling people, don't pick Christian McCaffrey. A lot of y'all remember that. Actually, even before I even started this, I don't know if it's my 3rd or 4th season. I can't remember. I'll be honest with y'all. Really, this was just supposed to be a bucket list thing of mine where I was going to just do it a year or two. But it's a good amount of y'all that are just, that really truly embrace me, man. I just keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Some of y'all know I got other stuff going on and stuff on other platforms and other passions. So, but it's y'all keep me going, man, because y'all take to me and, hey, look, I'm just authentic. I ain't up here trying to win subscribers. I ain't here trying to tell you what you want to hear. No, I'm me. So I like the fact that y'all actually take to me because of my authenticity and transparency. I appreciate that. Let's get going. I love Christian McCaffrey this year, man. He with my Niners. I think my Niners are going to, be good. I think my Niners are going to be great. I'm not going to long stroke y'all here. I'm going to give Christian McCaffrey a green. I mean, hell, if I was number 1 overall, I would draft Christian McCaffrey. I'd draft a B. Because see, what we're not going to do, we're not going to overwork him like they did at Carolina. Plus, since he's going to be getting these 30-point games and all these receptions, we got other guys. That's why he was glassing out like that over there. But Christian McCaffrey, solid. I'm not the person to be like, oh, he's number 1, so you got to pick him. Let's say if a person don't like McCaffrey, but they end up picking Austin Eckler, and Austin Eckler was the number 2 running back this year. Okay, good for them. You don't have to pick the guy if you don't want him on your team. I'm the type of person where I'm not going to pick somebody just because everybody else is up on them and they feel some type of way. No, not me. I got to at least like the player that I am drafting. Okay? So Christian McCaffrey gets the green. Austin Eckler, Austin's been balling, and he got to get the green. I ain't going to hold you now. Your guys still checking. I ain't going to throw greens all the way down. I'm going to let you know that right now. But Austin Eckler is solid as a rock. Solid as a rock, and he deserves a green. The offense runs through him. Now, I know Herbert got hurt last year. But damn, I don't see how Austin Eckler can't get it done again. He don't like the fact he's not paid and all this other type of stuff, and wide receivers got paid. He going to play it. He going to show his worth. That team operates through them. That Chargers team is nothing without Austin Eckler. It seems like he know how to, protect his body. He's a full go. I mean, hell, I'd pick Austin Eckler. You know what I'm saying? If somebody picks CMC, I'd pick Austin Eckler right there too. He receives, he runs in touchdowns. He's tailor-made for that team. Enough freaking throating Austin Eckler. I'm done throating him. Pause. Next is Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson. I'm going to tell you, I would would freaking bust the hell out of Bijan Robinson with this freaking chair. No, I wouldn't. I ain't got a problem with Bijan Robinson. It's these content creators that need to get bust us out the freaking head. You know what I'm saying? Because they all up on Bijan Robinson. Oh, Bijan Robinson. They quick to get on their knees for freaking Bijan and arch their freaking back. And then turn and look to the back and like, Bijan, oh, put it on my back, Bijan. These freaking content creators, everybody that pops in the freaking college does not mean that they're going to come and be legit. And I'm not going to say he'll bust. But my thing is, how the hell is this guy's gonna, number 3 overall when the running backs, passing up on other wide receivers that are there, especially in a lot of these leagues because they play PPR. But nevertheless, Bijan Robinson is way too high. You're drafting him at his absolute ceiling if you put him at this is not 3rd overall, these are running backs. But still, to put him over all these other guys, so many that are proven, it's ridiculous. Especially, I understand. See how my core, just went up. Everything went up. Especially since the unofficial depth chart came out. And look, I know it don't mean anything because they had got Cordell Patterson number 1. And Lord knows Cordell Patterson is not going to be the starting back. It's going to be Tyler Algier at the end of the day. I don't give a damn. I do care. But it's going to be Tyler Algier and Robinson running the rock on a team that'll likely be getting boat raced, you know what I'm saying, so often that they'll have to be throwing, which may bode well for Algier, but making him more play, not to say he's a scat back, because the dude's an extremely gifted player, but to be drafted here is asinine. Enough of me pissing the fish about him. Now, because I do value him, because I do understand that he is an elite talent, I'm not going to give him the red. I'll give him a yellow. But I'll be honest with you, I'm closer to red because of how high you would have to pick him. But because I know so many people that may not be watching this, maybe you are, maybe you're not, but if you're watching this, you should be taken to me more than any other content creators. But so many people just have a freaking solid gag reflex for freaking this doggone Bijan. It's freaking ridiculous. But you're going to get a yellow here. You ain't get no damn green from me, Bijan. You're not getting it. So there is a world where he does great. But to be number 3, when you sharing the rock with a 1,000-yard rusher that's proved it, you know? Maybe not trip over this damn Chubb. You're finna have me laying it down now. Nicholas Chubb at number 4 currently on Fantasy Pros. I'm gonna tell you right now, Nicholas Chubb, man, look, they talking about he's supposed to be catching the ball more. I believe this. It's just that team's gonna operate around Nick Chubb. Really, I'm not a believer in Deshaun Watson. I believe we've seen the best of him, you know. So, Deshaun Watson's going to make one of my videos coming soon. But it's going to be a YouTube short I'm going to put out tomorrow. Make sure y'all check it out. Make sure you like that video. Okay? Make sure you comment. You know what I'm saying? Be like, let me know what you think. I got stuff going on for that YouTube short. But anyway, I like Nick Chubb coming out. I'm not going to say, I'm not saying good stuff about it, dude. But, anyway, let me stick to Nick Chubb, man. Shit. Nick Chubb, this offense is going to run around Nick Chubb. I knew Nick Chubb was going to be good last year, but I really feel this year he's really going to pop. We got second-year running back Jerome Ford. He actually got hurt. And they got Demetri Felton and John Kelly Jr. I believe that John Kelly the one that played for the Rams. I actually like him, but he dynamic, but it just something that obviously is not special about him. But now the Browns are actually working out former coach running back Jordan Wilkins, which is a nobody. There is nobody behind Nick Chubb. Sir Nicholas, you get to green, my man. Oh, you get to green. Nick Chubb, you deserve it. I love you, Nick Chubb. Saquon Barkley, you know what I'm saying? The dude did what the homeboy for Raiders hasn't done yet, which is signed his franchise. He's ready to play. He was a running back 1 last year. I think he'll be fine. I like him enough this year to give him a sound green. Saquon's legit. It seems like he's over his injury stuff or his past or whatever. He'll be good. People know what to expect out of him now. I think he'll be just fine over there. Listen, I won't be picking. I don't have a lot of fantasy teams. I don't do that. But a lot of these content creators, they be like, "Oh, I got 102 teams." Like, or I got freaking 35 teams. Like, why the hell we do that? Like, you ain't got no life. You ain't got no kids. You ain't got no lady you like to freaking doggone lay down. Like, what the hell you got? That's wild. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get on that. But what I'm trying to say is I'll probably have 2 or 3 teams this year because, I'm here for you guys. But I would never have Saquon Barkley on either of my teams just because there are other guys around there that I like more. Not to say he's trash because he's not, but I'm just saying. Tony Pollard. I'm going to give Tony Pollard a green, but I'm going to let you know something. Because Tony Pollard, he's going to put up fantasy points. No Zeke. This is pending Zeke not being there, by the way, in case they're trying to pick him up because it says, almost close. It's still August. But they don't want him back. They want to deal with the younger dudes and stuff like that and want Pollard. Pollard is coming off an injury, but Pollard in that situation there and getting to work, the dude's dynamic. He can make plays. He can hit it in one walk, boom, which I love that. He's going to get all the work. They just got to keep him fresh and don't glass him out because he was, even though that work he's put on the last year, he was kind of like, I saw him a couple times like, going to the sidelines, like, bring somebody else in because he admitted that he was tired and he needed help. So he's not going to be a bell cow like that. But, with the rushing and receiving, so they got to keep him fresh. And if they do that, Pollard's going to vastly outproceed. He's going to vastly, overachieve his ADP, middle of second or whatever overall. Derrick Henry, my man Derrick Henry going to get a green. Everybody talking crap about he's getting too old. He getting too old. But they used that against, Derrick Henry. Then guess what? Outside of one little miraculous so-called foot injury, which I ain't buying. That was a whole Vegas thing in my opinion because they knew he's going to, if he kept on that pace, he's going to get another 2,000 yards. But you can't do that, right? So mysterious. But we ain't going to talk about that. Derrick Henry's been a constant middle, been RB1, at least in this area or higher for the last 3 or 4 years, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially bringing over Hopkins to be able to help the chain, help the chains move with Treylon Burks. Look, Henry is going to be Henry again. He's going to win your weeks. Love Derrick Henry. I may be able to get him on one of my teams, but I want to diversify. But I love Henry. It's going to be hard because I want new players and stuff like that. But love Derrick Henry. Now, next is Jonathan Taylor. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me pick it up. Bam! Hit the freak. Bam! That's what I'm doing. Freaking Jonathan freaking Taylor. To the skull with Jonathan Taylor. Because let me tell you something. Much as I love JT, y'all seen the shirt. I had him as rookie season. I picked him at the 502. Balling, put him beside Derrick Henry. No way they could stop me when I had that championship team. Listen, let me explain something to you. And I drafted the B last year in my work league, number 1 overall. He freaking glassed, and he just sucked, underperformed, and busted. Let me tell you something. Love the talent. He's already still kind of getting over injury. You don't really know what's going on with him physically. Plus, you beefing with the owner, dog. You beefing with the owner, bro. Listen, I ain't playing no games. I am not picking nobody that's beefing with the owner. The owner's supposed to be out there spending millions of dollars to bring some freaking well to his freaking house or some type of nonsense. There was Tomahawk Hunt and all that. No, man, look, he may do well, but he gonna have to do well on somebody else's team. We already see how that plays out when you try to debo these owners. Go ask Deshaun Watson when you try to sit up here and muscle up these owners. Now, take freaking Jonathan Taylor off your freak. I'm taking him off my boards, okay? Listen, guys, you don't have to pick Jonathan Taylor or any of these guys. You can pick somebody else more safer with the same amount of upside. Jonathan Taylor is going to be the first running back from my list that's going to get an effing red. He's not getting drafted or supported by Sir Flawless. Absolutely not. It's too much. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. For the third time, where there's smoke, there's fire. All right? So, hey, if you want to go freaking camping, if you want to be freaking smoking a beer, and you want to do a freaking PSA on freaking doggone fires in a freaking forest, go ahead and draft Jonathan Taylor. But what you better do is be like, oh, Flawless, I drafted Taylor. You didn't help me make the playoffs. Don't effing try to tell me no crap like that, but you're going to pick Jonathan Taylor. Oh, but at least I got him in the second. The B has a red, okay? So I don't want to hear that. Enough of Jonathan Taylor. I love you, JT, but I don't appreciate what's going on with that. You don't make me feel warm and fuzzy. Now to Mr. Josh Jacobs. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Where the hell is my rest of my stuff at? Josh Jacobs still hasn't signed his stuff yet. He had a banner year last year. He got Jimmy Garoppolo at the helm. A quarterback downgrade, in my opinion. Some people love him. I don't. He gets a yellow. Josh Jacobs gets a yellow. Can he do well again? Sure. But he had a banner season, guys. Nobody saw that coming. I saw him having a good season. You know what I'm saying? I made I think it was a Raiders team outlook show. I did like 4 of those. And I said that he was going to be a beneficiary of Adams coming over. But he snapped. Good for him. But that team's getting a downgrade in the offense. I don't think ownership's going to take well at that. If he plays this year, doubt he'd be there next year. Now, unless he want to get franchised again, he better understand these running backs have no leverage. I know they didn't see this type of thing coming, but they don't pay running backs anymore. You better start learning how to play wide receiver. Next up is Ramondre Stevenson. Has a lower ADP than all of these other guys, obviously, because of the ranking. Love Ramondre Stevenson. Nobody's there as of yet. Bill Belichick's basically resting the dude because he going to ride that joker. He going to ride that joker so right. He going to be freaking receiving. He's going to be rushing. He gets the goal lines. Ramondre Stevenson is good to go. Hopefully, I hope all these guys stay healthy, even though you know it's not going to happen. Ramondre Stevenson is a great pick. He could be had, late second, even early third possibly. Great pick at that ADP. Definitely feel as if he could be a RB1, end up on RB1. Next up is Najee Harris. You know, y'all know I love me some Najee Harris. That's a damn lie. You don't like no damn Najee Harris. He is getting a freaking red. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Najee Harris is a freaking plotter. See, what y'all understand is he had that one great year, but he had it all just on volume. He had it all on volume. He got no dump-offs from Ben and stuff like that. But see what happened when you don't get the dump-offs, then it shows how inefficient he was. And he was getting drafted in the first round last year. I actually gave him a solid color last year, but that was before he had the little foot issue. Soon as they say he had the foot issue, I told people, take him off your board. That was after I did this show last year. But because I love Jaylen Warren so much, and they're going to have both of them on the field a lot, and Jaylen Warren is explosive, he made this dude look like a freaking tortoise, in my opinion. He's a freaking plotter. Najee Harris, you're getting a red from me. I still don't like the offense over there. And plus, he's sharing the rock. So I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, he's somebody that you fit that I'm going to endorse. I just don't think he had an upside like that. Can he be fine? Sure. He won't be fine on my teams. And he won't be, I'm just not going to give him endorsement like that. Now, if you feel as if he's yellow, but I advise you, if you want to get him, get him as if you want to do it, better get him as your RB2, obviously. But if he glass out because he did have that foot issue, I don't want to hear no crying. Okay? I don't want to hear no crying. No teardrops. No, there's no cottonelle, no freaking paper towels around here for you. Najee Harris gets a freaking red from Sir Flawless. Next is Josephine Mixon. Josephine Mixon. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. They got rid of P. Ryan. They let him walk. He's over there in Denver. He's attached to a great offense. Love that about him. He was inconsistent last year. Plus, he had a higher price on him. Scored that 5 touchdowns. Burrow's kind of nicked up now. He should be getting the rushes, the goal lines, the catches, and everything based on his ADP, and he's basically getting picked in the 3rd round. I I probably give him a yellow if he jump up into like the second. But based on especially where he's going now, I give Joe Mixon a green because he's going like in the third. So I would give him a green. So there you go, guys. This is the 1 through 12 based on current to date half point PPR rankings 1 through 12 on Fantasy Pros. And these are my endorsements. Christian McCaffrey gets a green. Eckler gets a green, which is a full go. Bijan, I caught the joke. I'm about to call him Brian Robinson. Hell, no, I ain't gonna I wouldn't give Brian Robinson no green either. But Bijan Robinson gets a yellow, even though my heart wants to give him a red. So I give him a yellow, 50-50. Nick Chubb gets a green. Saquon gets a green. Pollard gets a green. Stay healthy, Pollard. Stay healthy. Derrick Henry gets a green. King Henry gets a green. King Henry. Jonathan Taylor around here bickering with the owner. You're getting a red. Plus, we don't know about your injury. Jacobs getting the yellow. He had such a banner year. Ramondre Stevenson a green. Najee Harris, Mr. Plotter himself, gets a red. And Joe Mixon gets a green, especially at his ADP. We made it through. We made it through. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new, make sure you like the video. Make sure you guys like the video. This is top tier content here, straight from the heart. This is 2.5 decades since 1995 when I was playing in an 8-man league in Okinawa, Japan, playing fantasy football. And we was on a 8-man league, touchdowns only. You know, playing running backs like Rashawn Salam and tight ends like Wesley Walls and Herman Moore, Carl Pickens at wide receiver, man. Those were the days. Yeah, like Mike's All-Star, when it was just stealing stuff. Man, it was a good time. A good time. I don't know, maybe it was done before Mike. Either way, here you go, guys. I'll see you on the next episode. Love you guys. I appreciate you checking out my content. Make sure you press like. I'm not going to actually share the video. I don't give a crap about that. And stay tuned to part 2 of the Running Back Endorsement Show. Let me get out of the way. That'll be the next video. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. With the listener league, gentleman won last week. I'm going to be getting with y'all individually, let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, how we're going to get in there and stuff and how we're going to do things and what you need to respond to. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to look at you. Flawless don't play 10-man leagues, okay? Flawless don't do it. So unless we have 11 players plus me, it ain't happening. So the next video, the Running Back Endorsement Show 13 through 24, will be the next opportunity for someone to get the, the eighth spot. Or maybe it's the 9th. Either way, I'll check it out. But that video, got to pay attention to it. Be the first one to respond. You have to like the video, obviously, be a subscriber, and be the first to respond with the clue that I'm going to put out there. Hey, guys, I appreciate you guys. I love you. Remember, no throat and be John Robinson. See you on the next episode. Flawless. Peace.